For coming in.
It is a government policy to grant a 10-year tax holiday for foreign investors whose investment capital is over 124 billion shillings and for local investors with over 17 billion shillings.
Welcome idea.
Before the Parliament's Finance Committee, the Uganda Manufacturers Association argued for the reduction of the threshold to 35 billion shillings for foreigners and 7 billion shillings for local investors. The MPs, however, argue that any reduction will be a target for fake investors.
And I'm sure most of you seated here, I know you are members of parliament, you are also trying to do something elsewhere. You're also trying to set up, where are you going to get $5 million?
That how many Ugandans have ever touched $1 million, let alone $5 million? We believe that tax policy and tax law must resonate with the environment in which the taxes are to be administered.
The country gives you all manner of things, cheap electricity. Sometimes manufacturers are given land. Then the question becomes, who is an investor? Is Uganda the investor or these other fellows?
You need to tell us that when we give such a more incentives, it will have this impact in terms of economic development, and it is pushing this country to a better situation than where it is.
The manufacturers and MPs also had differing views on the tax increment on spirits. The Ministry of Finance proposed an increase in excise duty on imported spirits from 80% to 100%, or 2,500 shillings per litre. It also recommends 80% on locally manufactured spirits, up from 60%. Whereas manufacturers say this increment will affect their businesses, the committee members do not agree.
That this increment in tax only serves to punish the formal sector and drive the informal sector more into closing out the business opportunities available.
I'm only worried, Mr. Chairman, that if that exemption is granted, we might not have anybody that will be taxed in terms of the manufacturing sector.
Why do we heavily depend on imported goods? Actually, the current crisis of high prices is as a result of low productivity.
How on earth do you come here and say we should not tax heavily on spirits imported? Because the local people are out competing importers. We're on the side of the local people.
Meanwhile, tax experts, including BDO East African Advisory Services, weighed in on the tax measures, including the proposed adjustments in the rental income tax.
Is to do with how should individuals be taxed on rental income. The way the tax proposal has been designed for individuals, it creates an issue whereby there is no tax-free threshold, in the sense that regardless of how low someone has earned, the tax of 12% is applied without consideration of the level of income of that person.
If passed by Parliament, the new tax measures will become operational on 1st July 2022. Herbert Ziwa, NTV at Parliament.